This is Islam QA, the world's most popular Islamic advice site, the world's most popular fatwa site. It gets up to 400 million visits a month. Now, this is the ruling, number 22442, on acting and the ruling on marrying young girls. It was published on the 30th of June, 2002. Let's have a look at what it says. So here's the question. What is the ruling on acting in movies, which we're not interested in? But the second question, why in Islam are you allowed to marry children, girls of age below 10, without their permission? A Muslim asks. And it says here, can you justify this ruling of Islamic child marriage? And of course, the answer is on the fatwa site, praise be to Allah. And he states here, second, marrying a young girl before she reaches the age of adolescence is permitted in the Sharia. Indeed, it was narrated that there was scholarly consensus on this point. This is the ijma, the absolute consensus of the scholars within the Sharia. So you can marry, right, before the age of adolescence. This is permitted in Sharia, and there is scholarly consensus. And then he quotes Quran 65:4. And those of your women as have passed the age of monthly courses, for them the iddah, the prescribed period, if you have doubt about their period, is 3 months. And for those who have no courses, i.e., they are still immature. In other words, they are prepubescent. Their iddah, prescribed period, is 3 months likewise. So now we have confirmation from the fatwa of these sheikhs on Islam QA that this verse means that these these children are immature. In this verse, we see that Allah has made the iddah in the case of divorce of a girl who does not have periods because she is young and has not yet reached puberty, 3 months. This indicates that Allah has made this a valid marriage. Then they quote the hadith. So you've got the Prophet married her when she was 6. He consummated the marriage with her when she was 9. That is narrated by Da'if Bukhari and Da'if Muslim. Da'if Bukhari 4840 and Da'if Muslim 1422. And then they continue. The Prophet married Aisha when she was 6 years old and consummated the marriage when she was 9. Narrated in Da'if Bukhari and Muslim. And Muslim says 7 years. Now, it says here, this does not mean that it is permissible to have intercourse with her. This is the question that we're going to resolve by looking in the Sharia. Remember, Islam has a doctrine of lying. It is permissible to lie if it keeps the peace, if it prevents tensions. So bear that in mind, please. Now, let's continue. If the husband and the guardian of the girl agree upon something, in other words, having sex with this girl, that will not cause harm to the young girl, then that may be done. Abu Ubaid said that once a girl reaches the age of 9, then the marriage may be consummated without her consent. Jay, I believe there's a word for having sex with someone without their consent.
That's called rape.
Yes, correct. And notice it says here, there is nothing in the hadith of Aisha to set an age limit or to forbid it in the case of a girl who is able to have sex before the age of 9. Now I'll pause here. This is the fatwa. We will now go to the Sharia. Any last comment before I continue, Jay?
Yeah, just very carefully. Just so the viewers can understand why the 3-month wait is even for pubescent, along with, I can understand why those who are post-pubescent, because then you'd want to make sure that there is no child there. That she's not pregnant. But if it's prepubescent, that means, and if she is a virgin, why do you have to wait 3 months? Or maybe that's something it is not important for this particular talk.
Mm-hmm. Well, it does say that once a girl reaches the age of 9, you may consummate without her consent. But notice, there is no lower age limit, nor is it forbidden to have sex with a girl who is able before the age of 9.